Good afternoon, Charlotte, and happy Sunday, and welcome to episode 15 of QC Quarantine Concerts. My name is Zach Charlton. I'm your host for today. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We really appreciate it. I'm excited to have all of you with us, and I'm excited to bring on our two special guests in just a minute that I have worked with in Charlotte before they went on to start their journeys in college onto bigger, better, and brighter things. So we're excited to have them here today, but that little bit that I just played was from the musical Bright Star. I have not worked on that show. Our special guests, I don't think, have done that show, but just a great reminder. That song is called The Sun Is Gonna Shine Again. And what a great reminder for us right now that even though in Charlotte it may be cloudy right now, there may be a lot happening. We may not be able to go to the theater, but that someday soon that sun will shine again. And to help to keep that time in between filled with music and laughter and song, here to join me are our special guests, Ailey and Aidan Healy. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks so much for joining me on this Sunday afternoon. I so appreciate it. I know that you guys, Aidan, you are in Charlotte. Ailey, I know you said you're in Buffalo, New York right now, so you are not having this lovely spring weather that we are having. But before we get started today, tell us a little bit about kind of where you're at right now, college, all that sort of exciting stuff that's happening. Ailey, I'll start with you.
Okay, well, I am currently a freshman at Marymount Manhattan College, getting a BFA in musical theater. Woo-woo. Right now, we are doing online school like everyone else. And, while an online BFA is not ideal, we're making the best of it. We still have acting classes, dance classes even, our voice lessons on FaceTime. We're pushing through, and we still got a month left. So, yeah, that's where I am.
Awesome. Aidan.
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to say Bright Star is my favorite show. I don't think you knew that, but I was just so excited just now.
I did not know that.
I was like, oh my God, he's doing it. Anyways, so school has been interesting. We've been out for a little over a month now. We're about done with classes, but it's been better than I would have expected to transition to online. A lot of my classes are just basically discussion-based, breaking down scripts, studying clips from films, writing essays for films. So it hasn't obviously prefer to do it in person, and I miss everyone there. But it's been better than I would have expected it to be. So it's been all right. It's been all right.
And Aidan, you're at North Carolina School of the Arts, correct?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I am.
And what's your major again?
I'm in filmmaking. I'm going into screenwriting.
Very nice. Awesome. So a great transition from musical theater into the other side of things here. So how cool. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here to sing with us today and share a little bit of musical theater. I know that's where we all met doing shows at Theater Charlotte. I see that Ron is on here and already excited to have some friends in the house. I know, Ron, that these are some of your fave peoples from Student Theater Guild. And so it's great to have them here with us today. And even though I did not work in the Student Theater Guild with Ailey and Aidan, I know that we did AIDA together. And then we also have worked on other shows at the theater separately together. I know you guys did several STG shows together. So it's great to have some friends in the house with us today. So Ailey, I'm going to pop you out for just a minute here. And then Aidan, I know you're going to start us off. This is actually a song not from a musical. Tell us a little bit about the song you're going to sing, kind of why you chose this song today, and then I'll let you take it away.
Oh, well, this song is by a singer named Amos Lee from his self-titled album, and it's a kind of a little mellow singer-songwriter album, but it's an album that my parents would listen to when I was growing up, and it's just one of those albums that I'll always kind of have in the back of my mind and bring me back automatically back to that time, and this is my favorite song from it. So yeah.
Take it away.
Thank you. I am at ease in the arms of mine. Although now most of my days are spent alone, 1,000 miles from the place I was born. But when she wakes me, she takes me back home. Well, most days I spent like a child who's afraid of ghosts in my mind. I know there ain't nothing out there. I'm still afraid to turn on the lights. I am at ease in the arms of mine. Although now most of my days are spent alone. 1,000 miles from the place I was born. But when she wakes me, she takes me back home. Oh, she takes me back home. Oh, she takes me back home. 1,000 miles from the place I was born. But when she wakes me, she takes me back home. I am at ease in the arms of a woman. Although now most of my days are spent alone. 1,000 miles, the place I was born. But when she wakes me, she takes me. Yeah, when she wakes me, she takes me. Yeah, when she wakes me, she takes me back home. When she wakes me, she takes me back home.
Awesome work. Thank you, Aidan.
Hey.
It is so, what?
I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you. I apologize.
Oh, I said awesome work. Thank you very much, sir. It is so nice to hear you still singing, even though you are pursuing film studies and everything else. Please don't lose that musical theater side. But also one story that I think I always think about, Aidan, from us doing shows together, was during, I think, both Memphis and Aida, and you were doing this like film review job where you were like watching independent films and doing reviews of them. And I remember knowing that when you were in high school, I was like, he is totally going to go somewhere with the film music scene because it really is a passion of yours. And I love to see that you're studying that in college. So that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Aidan, we're going to pop back in and talk more in just a little bit. But for now, I'm going to bring Ailey on. Ailey, welcome back again.
Thank you.
So I know one thing that we talked about from past shows before we started today was that we also did Shrek together when you were in middle school or like 0 years old. It seemed 12, 0, it's all the same thing. And I know that that was a very, very, very fun show for me. That was one of the first times that I worked with Teen City Stage. And got to do kind of both their high school and the middle school show. So it was an exciting experience. And then getting to be a part of the show and help move the scenery around the stage. So special, special memories from the theater. It's just one of those magical places that you never know what's going to happen. And, you know, you just kind of roll with it. So I know that this next song you're going to sing is from an off-Broadway musical. I actually really love the sound of this show, so I'm so glad you're going to sing this song. And I think it's great because it's really about the city where you're in college now. Is there a story or a reason why you picked this song in particular?
You know, not really. I heard a friend of mine sing it at like a cabaret, and I just really liked it. And I think because I've always been like, you know, every New Yorker hates the subway, and like now that I live there, like I totally understand. Like it's so frustrating. But I remember always coming to New York and like loving the subway. Like I loved going on the subway. And I actually I babysit in Brooklyn. And so to get there, I have to take a train that goes across the bridge, and you know, you can see the whole skyline, and it's really cool. And so I guess I just kind of connected with it. And then I really like it.
Well, here to sing a little bit of From Next Thing You Know. Take it away, Ailey Finn.
I can still remember that cool day in September, my first trip on the subway across the Manhattan Bridge. I looked outside and could not believe my eyes, so I looked around, and much to my surprise, no one else was looking at the bridge, the statue, the sky. No one else was looking, and I could not imagine why. I sat and stared unblinking, then got around to thinking that these people just don't recognize the view they miss each day. So I took it in, then I took it in again. It made me smile. I made a promise then that the day that I stopped looking at the way it all seems to glow, the day that I stopped looking was the day that I should go. So every day from that day on, I'd take the time to stop and look. I'd wake myself up from a nap or take a short break from my book. But today on the subway, after fighting for my seat, I started reading at DeKalb and didn't look up till Canal Street. I blinked to clear my vision, thought back on my decision to up and leave the city. The day I missed the view, it's harder now than I thought it would have been. Did the city break me down or simply break me in? To days when I stopped looking at this place like it was all new. Today's the day that I stopped looking. So now what do I do? Do I stay or do I leave and change up the view?
Well done, Miss Ailey Finn. You sound just a little bit different than 12-year-old Ailey Finn did. Just a little bit of growth there, which is awesome. So I'm going to pop Aidan in here for a quick second. I know that you guys did some shows together in the summer at Theater Charlotte. Tell me a little bit about kind of that experience in not only being in an STG show, but also getting to be on the flip side is an intern. What are some kind of stories and lessons from that experience that have stuck with you over the years?
Well, if you know me at all, I mean, you know that Theater Charlotte is like a second home to me. And so I was actually in the first TC Junior show, Beauty and the Beast, when I was 8, maybe. And then so getting to be an intern and do Beauty and the Beast Junior again was just really awesome and really like a full circle moment, because I so looked up to all of the interns when I was little, and I could not wait to be in their shoes, and getting to work with all the little kids and like seeing like the next generation of artists and the people that are, you know, going to be filling my shoes at Theater Charlotte someday was really exciting. And yeah, I loved it.
Very cool. Aidan.
Yeah, so Theater Charlotte was like a real whirlwind for me, because when I got to Northwest my freshman year, I had never been in a musical other than the Aristocats in 5th grade. Like, there was nothing I'd ever done. So like that was already like a whirlwind coming in. And then my sophomore year, Memphis came around, and Corey Mitchell was like, you should audition. And I was like, what is Theater Charlotte? And so then I did like a few shows, and then when I heard about the internship, I kind of just saw it as a way to be able to do theater during the summer, to keep myself busy. But it just became so much more than that through Disaster, which was just a heck of fun. And I enjoyed being electrocuted. But but the internship was like another kind of experience, because just bonding with the kids in Beauty and the Beast Junior, because it's one thing to corral them during rehearsals, which there was a lot of, but it was another thing to like perform with them and like literally be on the stage while you watch what they did and like how they grew was like a really cool moment. And then Young Frankenstein, it was like some of my best friends in the show, and to be able to like perform with them, and like it was technically my like first major role. It was my first major role at Theater Charlotte. So to be able to do that and share that with some of my best friends like Ailey and TJ, like it was amazing.
That's awesome. I hate that I did not cross paths with you guys in the student theater guild process, because when Jamie Varnador and Lisa Blanton, kudos to them, brought it back years and years and years ago now. I was in their first production of Sweeney Todd. I played in the orchestra for that show. And then I started working with Ryan Deal in music directing. And I know that I kind of stayed with Jamie and Lisa for, I think it was 7 or 8 years worth of shows before kind of we started passing the baton. So it was so great to be a part of that legacy, and then for you guys to come and then continue that legacy with Ron. What just an incredible opportunity. And to see that you guys are still so young in your careers and studying in college, just the growth and the places you'll go and the impact you'll make on these individuals is pretty exciting. So Ailey, we're gonna pop you back out for a second. That is a great transition, Aidan, into this next song that you're gonna sing, which is from a musical from Company.
Yes, it is.
And kind of in a time right now when we are kind of all stuck at home, we're forced to kind of do theater over the computer, to still be reminded that we can still find ways to be alive. So take it away.
Thank you. It's going to take a second. Someone to hold you too close, someone to hurt you too deep, someone to sit in your chair, to ruin your sleep, to make you aware of being alive. Being alive. Someone to need you too much, someone to know you too well, someone to pull you up short, to put you through hell, to give you support, is being alive. Being alive. Being alive. Someone Someone you have to let in. Someone whose feelings you spare. Someone who, like it or not, will want you to share a little, a lot. Is being alive, being alive. Someone to crowd you with love, someone to force you to care, someone to make you come through, who'll always be there, as frightened as you, of being alive, being alive, being alive, being alive. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Vary my days. But alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive.
Well done, Aidan. Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, I'd like to dedicate that to my friend Anthony Neal, who introduced me to company.
Very, very nice. Very nice. So, have you had a chance then to listen to the London cast album from this new production?
No, I've not. I've not.
Well, you should take some time over quarantine dump to go listen to the London production of The Revival. Hopefully it still makes it back on Broadway after all this is done. I know they had started previews, but I hope it comes back. But you should totally give the London cast a listen. It's a completely different kind of rewrite of the show, some mixed like gender roles in there. So definitely something to check out. It is an incredible, incredible recording. I highly recommend.
Will do. I will listen to it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Aidan. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with you in just a second.
I'll be right here.
Okay. So I'm going to pop Ailey in one more time. Ailey, I know you have another song that you're going to sing with us. This is one not from a musical at all. This is kind of, I guess we call it a song cycle from these artists, but it is from a recording. Tell us a little bit about this next song that you're going to sing, and then I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so it's called Out of My Head, and there's no real reason that I have for singing this. It's just a song that I liked. I've actually never sung it for anything before, but I think it's really beautiful. I don't want to like give away what the song is about, but
Well, we won't give it away, but one thing I do think is really cool about everybody that I've had on here so far is that I've heard a lot of songs that people have either performed for the first time or else roles they wish they could play, songs they wish they could sing, and how great to be able to have a chance to sing these songs without kind of any pressure, no shows, no auditions, and just be able to have a chance to perform them. So without any giving the song away, take it away.
Thank you. I lived life in daydreams, avoiding what was real. 'Cause when you're lost in daydreams, you never have to feel. Distance was my comfort. I left the world behind. Found safety in illusion, escape in my mind. But your eyes convinced me that I was wrong somehow. In them I saw the beauty of living here and now. You brought me out of my head for a while, so out of my head for just a little while. Lying there in your bed, watching you smile, brought me out of my head for a while. Your tender arms surround me with a warmth I never knew. They pull me to the present. They pull me close to you. Our lips whisper secrets, our bodies intertwined, and something close to happy is suddenly mine. You brought me out of my head for a while, so out of my head for just a little while. Lying there in your bed, watching you smile, brought me out of my head for a while. You brought me to a brilliant world I couldn't see, but I should have seen the signs right there in front of me. For a heart that is newly awake is a heart that can easily break. And now I'm out of my head for a while, so out of my head for just a little while. Now I'm lying in bed, missing your smile. I'll be out of my head for a while.
That was beautiful, Ailey. Thank you so much. That makes me need to go back and listen to that song and that whole album of songs. I know there's a lot of great music out there that isn't necessarily in a musical, but that are great story songs that are by these composers that write some musical theater, some story songs. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So I want to take just a few seconds before I bring them back in. We're wrapping up our time today, but I did want to bring this little banner across the bottom here. As a reminder, all of our episodes are on our website, qcconcerts.com. So if you missed it, if you missed part of it today, if you're just now joining us, don't worry. Those episodes will be saved on our Facebook, as well as cataloged on our website at qcconcerts.com. So I encourage you to go back, check out some past episodes, see a little bit of our interviews and stories and songs with some of these friends of the Charlotte theater community. Certainly something to check out when you're at home and missing the theater, missing that community. You can find it here virtually. So I encourage you to go and check those out. Also, just a quick reminder, we're wrapping up week 4, but we are still gearing up for week 5 coming on Thursday night, running Thursday through Sunday. That schedule will be up soon. So be on the lookout for that. We'll feature a couple new companies this week. We'll have performances from the Mosaic Arts Group and also the J Stage, in addition to some other performers and groups. So be on the lookout for those. That'll be up on our website and on our Facebook soon for the schedule, so stay tuned for those. But before we wrap our time up today, I do want to bring Ailey and Aidan in one more time. I know that we've done a lot of work at Theater Charlotte, and real quick in our final moments here, I know that Ron is watching us today because he's commenting over here in the corner. So I know that we all love Ron. His tenure at Theater Charlotte is pretty great. If you could each share one of your favorite memories of working with Ron and doing a show with Ron at Theater Charlotte. I know that there's probably lots of stories from lots of shows. I have a million. So if you could pick just one moment, one Ron moment, what would it be? Ailey.
Okay. This is just the first thing I thought of. Of course, like you said, there are so many great moments. But this was during Crybaby. So this was actually the first show I worked with Ron as a director on, I think. That sounds right. And we were in the middle of rehearsal, and this was one of the STG shows, so it was a very fast, stressful process. And one of the set pieces didn't have a pin in it, and so it like swung down and hit someone in the head. And if you work with Ron long enough, you'll you'll hear his temper come out. And I remember, because I was only 14, I was like I think the youngest in the cast, or like the second youngest, and he just comes storming down the aisle like, rehearsal is over. And I personally was absolutely terrified, mortified, horrified, all of them. I was thinking, I was so scared. But now it's no biggie. I love him, but that terrified me so much.
Oh, Ron's gonna get me back for this one later, but Aidan.
Ron said, "Careful, Ailey." I'm trying to think. I could mention an outburst, but I think we've mentioned it already. There is the time he didn't know my name for like the first 3 or 4 shows I did, or if he did, he just kept it going. If he figured it out, he kept the joke going. This one's not as funny, but he gave me a shot. I'd only done ensemble stuff in Disaster and Memphis and Aida, and he gave me a shot in Christmas Carol, which Ailey was also in, for Young Scrooge. I was like really nervous about it because I'm a musical theater person. I'm not very well versed in just straight drama. But he, like, that faith in me really meant a lot, and pushed a lot of what I did. Because that was Ailey, was that our senior year? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that pushed a lot of like what I did senior year, and like pushed me artistically. So that's just more of like a thanks, Ron.
Yes. I know that we all love Ron. He holds a special place in all of our hearts. I know from working on a lot of shows with him. I will never forget on Saturday Night Fever when we all learned about Ron's Pinterest account and how he has boards for everything. So this is a call out to Ron Law and Pinterest. So I'm sure that now you can go and check that out and find all of his stuff out there. I gotta pop this comment up because I know this person is upstairs watching right now because he will never appear on these with me. but Ron is totally a champion for theater in Charlotte and for youth, and with the Student Theater Guild program, with other opportunities, it's great to know that we have advocates out there in the Charlotte theater community, and to see you guys going above and beyond now into college and taking this into your futures is pretty incredible. So I think that's a good way to stop for the day. So thank you guys so much for joining me this afternoon. Thank you all of you who are watching today. Again, if you missed this episode, be sure to rewatch part of it, especially these performances from these fabulous friends of mine. And from all of us here at QC Concerts, thank you so much and have a great Sunday afternoon. Bye, guys.
Bye.